two arrays in Java can share the same index. Today we're going to talk about why you might want to have two arrays and have them share the index. In the last lesson, we made a program that accepted user input into an array and then printed it. Our example was a grocery list program. Today we're going to add to that example by providing prices for the grocery items in a separate list that will share the same index. This is the program as it stands right now. It simply prompts the user for a grocery item, and then it continues to get into a for loop where it prompts you for the next items 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then it outputs that array using a separate for loop. And here's the output of that program. Here's what the output looks like. This is a copy of the output window. Now we're going to modify the program to accept prices into the grocery list. Since prices are numbers and the name of the grocery items are strings, we know we need to have a different array. The grocery array and the grocery price array can, however, share the same index. And that means that they share the same position on the list. So if I put apples first on the list, then the price for apples will also be first on the list. In bold is the line that we're adding to create the grocery price array. It has 5 elements, just like the grocery array. Just as before, the first prompt for the first item on the list and the first prompt for the first price on the list are outside the for loop. This is because we typically will say first item. It's more common English usage rather than to say what is your next item when you're entering the first item. There are 2 bolded statements here that show where we've added the prompt and also the input for the grocery prices. Very similar prompt and the same input statement appear within that for loop to ask you for the next prices, for the prices of items 2, 3, 4, and 5. Remember, it's a 0-base index, so the first item is item 0. Here is the complete final program. As you can see, it's a little bit bigger than it was before, but it's still not a very big program, and it's pretty clear and straightforward. Here is the program output, which allows you to see what I inputted into the program and how it printed it out. Having 2 arrays that share the same index is one possible solution to incorporate matched data between a grocery list and the prices on that grocery list. There are other answers, but this is one of the simplest answers. In the next session, we intend to cover exceptions. We'll cover the most basic type of exception. Exceptions are very important because they are really what separate amateur programming from professional programming.